الجزائر ما تركعش، لكن تبغي التصرفات اللي عندك مع ناس اخرين تفرضها عليا راك غلط، غلط بزاف. حنا ما في 5,630,000 شهيد مع هذه البلاد هذه، وقرب لا بغيت هذا ما كان.
The sparks of freedom. Before the radars, before the tanks, before the missiles, there were men and women hiding in the mountains of Kabylia and the Ores. They had no technology, no heavy weapons, only one idea: to live free on their own land. They were the Maquis, the freedom fighters of the Algerian War of Independence. Between 1954 and 1962, they resisted one of the most powerful colonial armies in the world. They lived without supplies, without shelter, hunted day and night, but their fire never died. On July 5, 1962, after 132 years of occupation, Algeria became free. And that day, a new mission began: to protect that freedom at any cost. From that struggle came an unshakable conviction: never again would Algeria be ruled by anyone. Out of this promise was born the People's National Army, ANP, the direct heir of the National Liberation Army, an army of the people, born from the people, and for the people. From war to modernity. The years following independence were years of rebuilding. The first officers were trained abroad in the Soviet Union, Yugoslavia, and Egypt. Then came the birth of national military academies: Churchill, Blida, Borj El Bahri. A generation of engineers, pilots, and commanders was born, carrying both the discipline of the Maquis and the vision of a modern state. In the 1980s, the Algerian Army became a regional force. Then came the dark decade, the 1990s, when it fought terrorism on its own soil. It was a war that transformed the ANP forever: discipline, coordination, sacrifice. Elite units were forged in the fire of the mountains and became the silent guardians of the Republic. The modern army. Today, the ANP is one of the most structured and efficient military forces in Africa. Its strength rests on 5 pillars: the land forces, air force, navy, special forces, and national gendarmerie. Land forces. The beating heart of the army. Hundreds of tanks, Russian T-90s, Chinese VT-4s, supported by rocket launchers, artillery, and Iskander tactical missiles. Their mission: defend the borders from the Rif to the sands of the Hagar. Air Force. It dominates the skies, with more than 500 aircraft, Su-30s, MiG-29s, and soon Su-57s. It ensures total air superiority over North Africa. Strategic bases in Ouargla, Tamanrasset, and Boufarik allow lightning-fast response anywhere in the country. Navy guardian of more than 1,200 kilometers of coastline. Frigates, corvettes, and Kilo-class submarines armed with Caliber missiles protect the coasts and Algeria's exclusive economic zone. The Western Mediterranean is no longer open. It's under surveillance. National Gendarmerie. Present even in remote villages, it maintains internal security and supports the army in crisis situations. Special Forces. The 104th Regiment, airborne units, and rapid response commandos form the elite of the elite. Their motto: strike unseen, protect without fail. They operate in the desert, in the mountains, and along the borders, trained with the most advanced modern tactics. Power in numbers. In 2025, Algeria ranks as the 25th military power in the world, and the first in Africa according to Global Firepower. A record budget of $25 billion and more than 300,000 active and reserve personnel, over 2,400 tanks, 550 aircraft and helicopters, 6 attack submarines, and long-range artillery covering the entire southern frontier. But Algeria's strength isn't just in numbers. It lies in its doctrine: to defend without dominating, to deter without provoking. Prometheus awakens. The S-500. May 27, 2024. Moscow, Russia announces the S-500 Prometheus has entered service. A revolution in global air defense. This system can intercept a ballistic missile 600 kilometers away, neutralize hypersonic targets at 30 kilometers altitude, and track multiple threats at once. Only 3 countries in the world are granted access: China, India, and Algeria. With Prometheus, Algerian airspace becomes untouchable. Every threat is seen before it crosses the border. Every intrusion is a fatal mistake. The Invisible Dome. S-400 and Podlet K-1. Before Prometheus came, Triumph, the S-400, a monster of technology capable of tracking 80 targets and destroying 36 of them simultaneously. Its radar sees up to 400 kilometers day and night. Supporting it is the Russian Podlet K-1 radar, which detects low-altitude targets, drones, cruise missiles, stealth aircraft, up to 200 kilometers away. Together, they form an invisible dome across Algeria's skies, a digital shield no enemy dares to test. Under this dome, the word invasion no longer exists. Chapter 7. BIS, the Invisible Falcon, the J-36 Silent Dragon. Behind the scenes of strategic negotiations, a new rumor is emerging. The possible entry of Algeria into the next era of Sino-Russian stealth aviation, the J-36, known as the Silent Dragon, a hybrid stealth fighter born from a technological collaboration between Beijing and Moscow, combining the capabilities of the Su-57 and the J-20, designed for one mission only: to dominate the skies without ever being seen. Multi-frequency AESA radar, onboard AI command system, adaptive geometry wings, capable of flying in ghost mode, invisible to radars, invisible to satellites, even to thermal tracking. Strike range, 1,500 kilometers. Ability, neutralize a target before it even knows it has been detected. If the acquisition is confirmed, Algeria would become the first country in the world, outside NATO and CSTO alliances, to possess a twin-engine, stealth, intelligent, and multi-environment 5th-generation aircraft. A shift in balance. A message to the world. Algeria does not follow the future, it builds it. The hammers of the desert. On land, power is just as formidable. Chinese VT-4s, Russian T-90s, and BMPT Terminators make Algeria's ground forces among the most feared in Africa. These machines move across the dunes like beasts of steel. Their cannons destroy targets over 3 kilometers away. Their armor deflects modern anti-tank missiles. In the Sahara, speed is survival. And there, the Algerian Army reigns supreme. Every convoy, every base, every track is under watch, every threat detected, isolated, and erased. The shadows of the sea. Beneath the waves, another force waits. Silent, invisible, deadly. Kilo-class submarines patrol the depths of the Mediterranean. Their caliber missiles can strike targets 2,000 kilometers away. They ensure one thing: no hostile vessel approaches Algerian waters undetected. The sea, like the sky, is locked tight, and deep below, Algerian crews keep watch, ready to defend in silence. Armed neutrality. Algeria does not seek war. It has known war and bears its scars, but it also knows that peace must be protected. Its doctrine is simple: never attack, but always be ready. This armed neutrality makes Algeria a respected power, a regional stabilizer, independent of every bloc. In the Sahel, it observes, mediates, and cooperates without ever surrendering its sovereignty. A regional power, yes, but one that answers only to its own flag. Steel and spirit. Behind every radar, there is an engineer. Behind every uniform, a citizen. Behind every weapon, one idea: a free Algeria. The army is not just a shield, it's also thousands of jobs, research centers, and academies training the next generation. It is a school of courage and discipline, a nation in arms, but above all, a nation in motion. Prometheus watches. Today, with the S-400, the S-500, the Su-57, the VT-4s, and a booming defense industry, Algeria has entered a new era. An era where it builds its own weapons, trains its own engineers, and controls its destiny. While others talk, Algeria acts. While others sleep, Algeria watches. Its name, Prometheus, the fire of the heavens, now in Algerian hands. And within that fire burns a truth. The truth of a people standing proud and free. A nation forged in courage. An army born from sacrifice. A people united in pride. Algeria does not bow. Algeria moves forward. And its story is now written in letters of fire across the skies of North Africa. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring you more simple and powerful stories from around the world. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.